Epicentro Urbano.
Soy latinoamericano, soy latino. Traigo nueva la canción y alegre el vino.
Resistencia Subversiva presenta Epicentro Urbano.
Bienvenidos a la buena vida.
Música, arte, actualidad, entrevistas, cultura. Epicentro Urbano. Aquí empieza el movimiento.
¡Azúcar! ¡Viva Latinoamérica unida!
Entrevistas y artistas invitados.
I'm the Shakazuda with the scene. Melanin popping like a beam. Never let hyenas on my team to try to run a track, best address me as a king. Sing gangs in the screen. When they see me, they don't say a thing. Quick to bounce like a trampoline, cause they don't really want it, so they turn to gelatine. Believe our legacy's royal. They don't wanna bring turmoil. Can't really handle when we boil. Live a man 6 feet covered in soil. Shout out to my Akis on the dean. Turn it back on the life of sin. Got that in the light, stay shouted with no bling. Moyah on the track, better recognize a king. Too much sauce, too much sauce. 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 Escuta bem quando canto. Em português um encanto, canto. Das sereias que espanto, meu fado é tanto, já nem pranto, pronto. Lágrimas chegas para poder ver melhor, pela rota bancarrota do café. Minha visão vem de algo superior, paga a vida confiado com fé. Felicidade, um refugiado, fugi hiato, nem fui ao chiado. Vê-me enfiado, no estúdio afiado, único fiaste era desconfiado. Deviado por Vasco da Gama que temia a cor, devia atravessar um ponto. Sou caveirinha neste conto, da barca com bela fonte. Com too much sauce, too much sauce. 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 Too much sauce, too much sauce.
Bueno, hermanos urbanas, bienvenidos una vez más a Epicentro Urbano. Ya saben, este espacio dedicado a la cultura hip hop y por supuesto a la música. Ahora vamos a cambiar un poquito el enfoque. Vamos a tener también artistas de otros países, en otros idiomas, invitados para poder conocer un poco más de la cultura, no solo en Latinoamérica, sino más allá en el mundo. Y hoy tenemos a un amigo desde UK, desde el Reino Unido, Moyah, de invitado aquí en el programa. Así que espero que le den la bienvenida y que disfruten esta entrevista. Vamos a hablar sobre su carrera y bueno. How are you, my brother? Welcome to our space, our humble space, Epicentro Urbano, Urban Epicenter. That's where the movement starts. So here we are trying to bring some culture and some knowledge to the people.
Gracias, hermano. Thank you so much for having me in the show. It's a great honor to be here. And looking forward to getting into the discussion with you. I've been really well.
I'm glad. I know the pandemic was hard, especially in the UK, because you had a lot of restrictions, and everybody had a lot of restrictions. But I kind of saw that the UK had it rougher than other countries. So tell me a little bit about your experience during that time, and how are things reactivating right now?
It was an interesting time. It was a really difficult time, especially for people who were musicians, because we couldn't perform, we couldn't really travel. And as soon as I found a few loopholes, I started traveling. I was lucky enough or blessed enough to be able to travel to Turkey to do a show. I also went to Nigeria to do a show, northern Nigeria. And I also managed to get a travel document and go to Senegal for a while. So I was blessed enough, but it was a really difficult time. It was a really strange time.
Yeah,
and in
definitely.
UK, I don't know if, I'm not sure if you were following. In the UK, there was just a lot of contradictions. The government was implementing certain laws which they weren't following themselves. So but things have definitely gone back to normal, in the sense that you no longer need to travel and take whenever you're traveling out of UK or into UK, you no longer need to do a CPR, a PCR test.
Yeah.
And so things are more or less back to normal now.
Yeah, everything's flowing better now.
But saying that, actually, I've subscribed to like an update regarding COVID, just because I want to know if there's any restrictions, because I travel so much out of the country. And I think from a couple of days ago that there is restrictions now that have just come into place if you're traveling from China. So if you're traveling from China, apparently there's new restrictions, because apparently the COVID cases are going up quite rapidly. Yes,
there's been a lot of noise about China, because they had a big shutdown a month and a half ago, and they were vaccinating. They were obligating people to get vaccinated. So they also had like house arrest for people that didn't want to get vaccinated. So it was kind of crazy. There were a lot of protests and a lot of turmoil around it. But seems that things are getting back to normal. But you know how those governments work. They're very oppressive, and they don't give you the freedom to choose a lot of things. So we just got to be careful right now, mostly for the people that are traveling from China to the rest of the world, to avoid another outbreak, and keep things flowing like they are flowing right now.
I find that really strange that you have such corrupt or such oppressive regime, should I say, because I feel that it's everyone should have the choice to decide what they want to do with their bodies and if they want to take the vaccine or not. And also we should have the right to have access, or the ability, or the freedom, to have access to information to make informed decision. Because this is something that you saw a lot in the UK. There was just one side of the narrative, and doctors which weren't pro-vaccine, or people who weren't pro-vaccine didn't have the platform, and a lot of times a lot of their information was being censored. So I feel that it's up to people. If they wanted to take the vaccine, good. If they don't want to take it, good. But we should all have our individual choice.
Exactly. And tell me a bit more about the. Well, I don't know. I think there was a positive outlook after the pandemic, because I think a lot of us artists had the time to prioritize and get to reorganize and look for new ways to inspire ourselves to create and to be productive. So what do you think was the most positive thing that you can rescue from all this process of the pandemic, about your career, about your music? Well, I know you've been traveling a lot, but did it inspire you in any way to make more music, make more songs, write about different topics?
Absolutely. It definitely impacted me in different ways. It made me think outside of the box. So the first thing I did was purchase equipment to build a home studio. That was the first thing. The second thing, which has been the thing that I guess I've been using the most, is just developing my skills as a designer. A lot of times, as a musician, we rely on different people, because we can create music or record music, but then you have someone to design a single cover or album cover or artwork for a specific project. And I just started playing around, just because it's something that I really enjoyed. And I've designed like a whole bunch of covers for my upcoming project. So that's been a lot of fun. Also really taking time to kind of write new music, but mostly connect with musicians from different parts of the world. And I'm actually going to be releasing a lot of music in Portugal. I've got some really, really exciting projects coming up in Portugal, including some stuff on television there over the next couple of months.
That's great, bro. I actually was surprised because I was reading your bio and I didn't know you spent time in Portugal, and that was really something interesting for me, because now I understand why you've been doing a lot of I've seen a couple of videos with you singing in Portuguese, so now I understand better. But also you've been doing a lot of work there, also in the social part, and not only the artistic, because well, for the people that maybe don't know Moyah is not only an artist, but also it's well, you're kind of an influence, like a social influencer, if I can say like that, for different migration issues, and since you yourself are a migrant, and come from a difficult country, but tell us a bit about that side of you, because maybe not all people know about it.
Yeah, so I was born in Mozambique, which is situated in Southeast Africa, and I was born right in the middle of a civil war that lasted for 16 years. It was shortly after Mozambique gained its independence from Portugal, so really should have been a time where we should be focusing on rebuilding the country in the way that we wanted to be governed by, but unfortunately two different political parties started fighting, and that led to a war that lasted for 16 years. And in that war, millions of people were killed and even more were displaced. So myself, my father, my mother, and my two sisters, we had to flee the country during that civil war, and we fled to Portugal. So I was raised in Portugal from a very young age until I was 10 before I moved to UK. So I guess I use my music also to address those issues, but not just to speak about the negative, but also to display our strength as a people, the strength, the perseverance, and the beauty. And, sometimes you see people go through so many different obstacles, and the fact that they're still here, that is definitely a confirmation of their strength. And I really want to, celebrate that that story of the refugees and migrants all over the world, their story, and the story who's not often spoken about. So I also deliver a lot of educational workshops in different communities, in marginalized and misrepresented communities. And in terms of Portugal, I'm now working with a new label called Acorde Music. And actually I just came from Portugal a few weeks ago when we were working on a new EP, which we're going to be launching. Plus we've got a whole bunch of shows. I've got a TV show that I've got that's coming up called Festival da Canção, which is a really big it's a really big show in Portugal that's been going on since the 1950s, and the winner of that show then goes to represent Portugal in the Eurovision.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big contest in Europe. Well, that's interesting, because we all know the migration crisis that Europe's been through in the last years. There's a lot of people trying to get a better quality of life, looking for new ways to get out of their countries, mostly in Africa, where there's a lot of countries going through different situations, as war, as famine, as lack of opportunities of work, and a lot of poverty. So I think it's really necessary to take this opportunities through music to let people know that there's something better, and that if other people have been able to overcome all these obstacles, there's always somewhere in the world a better place for them, and more opportunities to have a better quality of life, right?
Absolutely. I feel it's also important to remember that a vibrant and rich society consists of different people, of different races, different ideas, different religions, different walks of life, different set of skills. So I feel that is what's enriching about a vibrant society.
Exactly.
So,
that diversity is needed everywhere. It would be very boring to always eat the same thing, to always experience this and listen to the same music, to always listen or watch the same movies in the same language. I mean, there's so much in the world that's beautiful and that's worth knowing and discovering for everybody, and that comes from different parts of the world, from different countries, from different people with different backgrounds and inspirations. So I think we need to encourage more of that.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
Okay, well, now we're coming to the middle of our interview, so we're gonna take a small break so we can watch one of your videos. We're gonna be right back. Para la gente que nos está viendo, ya casi regresamos. Este es el intermedio. Vamos a ver un video de Moyah para que conozca un poco más sobre este artista, y ya casi seguimos con nuestra conversación aquí en Epicentro Urbano por Urbano TV, así que no se desconecten.
Este es el viaje de los muertos que ascienden. Este es el cuento que el borbón no comprende, reconciliando como opción aunque duela, porque entre prietos la familia es escuela. Yo te celebro, soy responsable, suda tu frente, estos compases, duele tu vientre, chance gigante, me cae el 20, también soy padre, porque es aquí que bendigo tus bendiciones, porque aunque tarde comprendo tus frustraciones, porque no es fácil crecer a quien no concuerda, que somos sabios incluso si hablamos mierda, y este gigante resuelve con pocos dedos, siempre cuidando mi sombra de todo miedo, porque mis ojos y acciones son tus voceros, porque aunque lejos tu manto cubre mi enero.
Cuántas cosas pueden pasar en un momento, cómo explicar estando lejos. Me haces falta, me haces falta, me haces falta.
Daddy, you took pills to keep you away. Free jobs till a minimum wage. Kept your pride but swallow your pain. Empowered by the faith and the love that you gave. And I appreciate sacrifices you made. By any means you always put food on our plate. Never let me walk from a fight in the park. Rather see me struggle so I learned from the start. Knowing too well that I'd be always treated different. Young, poor and black, raised up in Lisbon. Feeling like the color of my skin was a crime. So if it wasn't for your love I would never shine. Sometimes I rewind your words in my mind. Carry your wisdom every time that I rhyme. You fuel my beliefs and inspire my dreams. So to you I'm grateful for everything I achieved.
Familia, cuántas cosas pueden pasar en un momento, cómo explicar estando lejos. Me haces falta, me haces falta, me haces falta.
Now, yeah, my father American dream, but it was less picket fences, more like Kareem. Abdul-Jabbar, Rich Prime on the screen. At least when he was home, instead of hustling in the streets. Me and my pops, and he was a cotton picker. When he was little, they called him a field nigga. Now he's from the South, had to deal with race. When it came to California, it was still the same. If you ever met my pops, he could make you laugh. Now, of course, cause he clowning on your funky ass. Man, and I'ma tell you a story cause it's all true. Man, cause even color purple got nothing on you. Could've had that old money exactly the same. But only pretty ladies gonna be left in your name. Now let me make you something healthy. Calling God every day and I tell him we ain't ready.
Familia, cuántas cosas pueden pasar en un momento, cómo explicar estando lejos. Me haces falta, me haces falta, me haces falta.
Sé que hay cuestiones que nunca te harán sentido, Conozco el viento y lo siento si no he podido. Sé que en el fondo hay orgullo en mis pantalones. Al fin y al cabo mi cara en las ovaciones. Tu misma savia, resisto tu misma rabia. Sé dónde vengo estando en Escandinavia. Todo revoca, revuelve la misma esquina. Dicotomía de quinqué, huele a sabor de la mina. Dicotomía de quinqué, con velas de parafina. Ahora ya entiendo el porqué y los vales de gasolina. Ya no hay señora que inyecta su cantaleta. Va la receta en pedazos de servilleta. Ya no hay diablitos que roben un par de voltios. Ahora comprendo el sentido de negocio propio. Y es que aunque lejos los amo en un sol de agosto. En un sol de agosto.
La familia, cuántas cosas pueden pasar en un momento. ¿Cómo explicar estando lejos? Me haces falta, me haces falta, me haces falta.
Bueno, gente, aquí estamos de regreso en Epicentro Urbano por Urbano TV. Ya saben, estamos todos los miércoles a las 8 de la noche por Urbano TV en canal 424 en Telecable y por supuesto en urbano106.com. Así que vamos a continuar ahora sí con Moyah. Estábamos hablando un poco de su carrera y bueno, y de su historia. Vamos a hablar más sobre su arte y su música y bueno, más adelante vamos a cerrar con otro video para que conozca más también de lo que ha estado trabajando este artista. And well, bro, welcome back.
Thank you, brother.
We were talking a bit about your story, about your background. Now I would like to know more about what you're working on right now. Well, you were talking about Portugal and all the projects that you're doing right now. Aside from your solo career, you also were part of a duo. So I would like to know what's been going on with that project, and let us know if there's gonna be more music on that side, so people also look for it.
So so I was part of a duo called Native Son, which consisted of myself and a singer-songwriter from the Caribbean called Serena Leah, who's also based in London. Unfortunately, we are not currently working on new music. Serena is now focusing more on being a visual artist and a remarkable mother. We're still in super great terms and we're very, very close friends. We do have a lot of unreleased music, so there will be some music coming out, but currently we're just focusing on our individual projects. But that was a duo that we had a lot of fun. We toured literally all over the world, and we recorded some great collaborations with some musical friends.
Yeah, I really like the vibe of that project because it was really smooth, really chill, and also very, very, very positive, uplifting. Obviously, I also like your work, bro, because I mean, you've been collaborating with a lot of interesting people. You've been doing this for a long time already. We were talking about Boca Floja and the collabo that you also have. We already had Boca Floja on one of our interviews, and actually that was the means or the way that I got to know you because of
That's
Jim
right.
B, who's a mutual friend, Jim B, who was working as a producer for Boca Floja, and what's next, bro? What are you visualizing for the future from your music, from your as you were saying, also from your visual arts side, and is there any other projects on the horizon other than music and visual arts?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of music, there's so many things I'm working on. I'm working now on actually recreating a lot of music with a full live band. So when I perform, it'll be like a full live band, and it's something that I've been really wanting to do. In terms of like my music and my sound, I've gone from like really old school, initially very dark, boom bap kind of 90s, heavily influenced by people like Wu-Tang and that kind of stuff, to then just more brighter but still kind of boom bap vibe. And now it's really I'm trying to incorporate my identity as an African, so I'm really like drawing from Afro beats, piano, and different genres, but I'm really so now I kind of say I'm an Afrofusion artist. I'm also really trying to write more in Portuguese as well as English, like just display that diversity, the fact that I'm bilingual, trying to tap into that. So I'm working on a lot of new music, which is going to be really, I'm not focusing on that album anymore right now. I just feel that the way the music is consumed is slightly different. So I'm focusing on releasing a lot of singles for now. I will be doing an EP or possibly two through this label, Acorda Music in Portugal. So that's some of the stuff that I'll be working on. Still working on a whole bunch of collaborations with international artists. I always get excited to do collaborations because I feel that this is where two different universes and two different minds and ideas kind of meet, and it's like what we give birth is endless. You know, it's there's no limit when two artists come together. You never know where the music is going to go, so it's always really exciting. Arranging a lot of tours and stuff like that as well. And I've been having some ideas and discussions about shooting a few documentaries as well. So there's a few topics that I really would like to shed light on and do it not just through music but through film. So these are some of the things that I'm working on.
Really interesting. That would be really interesting. I think right now video is one of the main media for expressing and for letting people know what's going on in the world. And music is a part of that also, but images really make it more impactful and more present for people to understand it better. And I was talking also about with Boca Floja about the single thing. The single thing that now it's like the tendency to release singles more than albums because of how the platforms work, the algorithms and everything. So it's normally now more fruitful to work on singles that do it in albums, because you have a lot of material, a lot of music that goes unheard.
Absolutely, I definitely agree.
And definitely having a video to go with it also makes it more easily consumable for the people.
Exactly, and now you see with the rise of things like TikTok and Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, you see the importance. And it doesn't even have to be traditional music videos with crazy budgets, but you see people being really, really creative with small budgets. So that's something else. I directed my first video for somebody else recently as well, for a UK-based artist. So that was a lot of fun. And I've had a lot of experience kind of co-directing my own music videos. So this is something that I would really like to explore, shooting my own videos, editing it. I just like the whole creative process of everything. So yeah.
Of course. Well, that's interesting, bro. Really, I think you've been really productive in this last few years. The pandemic wasn't really an obstacle for you. I think you've gotten more productive since the pandemic.
I think emotionally, maybe yes, it's been an obstacle, but I feel that we're survivors, man. Like the pandemic is just one obstacle. And we just navigate
socially. It really impacted us because we didn't have that freedom to socialize, to be with the people we love, to spend time with the people we normally spend time. So because we had to be in our houses enclosed in four walls, but that made us value other things. And also I think in retrospective we now have a better understanding of ourselves, I think that kind of edge situation made us look inside of us and reach other stuff that maybe we had forgotten about with all the technology and other things that we have in hand right now. And it was for me, at least, it was like time to reevaluate myself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And myself and also my career and my work and everything, relationships in general, everything. So so I think that's the positive part that left us the pandemic. All the other from having maybe more time to make music and write more songs, but that's about it for me. And well, bro, I think we're reaching almost the end of the interview. I want to first thank you for your time, bro.
Thank you.
It's been a long time since we last spoke, and I also want you to invite people to look out for your social media. So if you wanna.
Yeah, you can. I guess the place where I'm most active in terms of like checking stuff out. I don't post all the time, but definitely more on my stories. At least is probably Instagram. So Instagram and Twitter. It's my handle is I am Moyah.
Okay. And
on YouTube is Moyah TV. I am Moyah TV. So I'll send you all the links, and hopefully you'll be able to post it up when you edit it.
Well, they'll see it on the screen. No worries. So they can go straight to the links. And well, bro, I'm really glad to see that you're doing well and that you're still doing a lot of music and that you're still very active. Hope to see you soon if I can. And I also hope that we can work something together in the next few months.
That'll be amazing.
That's something I've been looking forward to.
That'll be amazing.
As we were saying, the pandemic kind of made everything go crazy. So we're still like putting our feet on the ground and trying to reorganize and be a little more focused on what we have to do and keep working on it.
Yeah, definitely, brother. It would be an honor to continue that conversation and create something.
Great, bro, and really thank you for your time. I wish you a happy new year because we're starting 2023 right now, and I hope there's gonna be a lot of opportunities for everybody. That it's gonna be a year of abundance and prosperity for you and your family, bro. And hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity and for inviting me on the show.
Ok, gente, muchas gracias por compartir con nosotros y por estar aquí escuchando esta entrevista. Ya saben, recuerden visitar las redes sociales de Moyah. Ahí les vamos a dejar la información para que visiten. Y gracias a todos, ya saben, muy buenas noches. Hasta el próximo episodio con la siguiente entrevista. Muchas gracias.
I can only guess the pain that you carry inside. Mommy died a long time. You were only 5, little child in a big world, feeling confused, forced to grow too quick. That was the truth. Was your childhood stolen? I question your fears. Daddy struggling to hide all of his tears. More quiet, only speaks after a couple of beers. Reflecting on the past, drinking like he does. For how long will he last? He loves to speak about good times that we had. Rejecting daddy's body, nowadays looking bad. And it hurts me to see A person feeling pain when they're close to me. So I wish that I could turn back the hands of time, erase all the pain that you carry inside. But the truth is, I don't really know what to say. I just pray and ask God to show you the way.
It's never too late to recover our love and show you the way. Show you the way. Oh, it's never too late to recover our love and show you the way. Show you the way.
You got a big brother, but is he ever there? Through hardships of life, does he really care? Or is he lost in the world of his own? Too busy to pick up the phone just to tell you that he loves you so? I know he does, and it's hard to believe, but what I'm saying is true, cause that brother is me. Probably felt neglected year after year, cause I should have been there when my mom disappeared. But back then my emotions were all over the place, dealing with the loss I could never replace. Working double shifts to cover bills and rent. Still your daddy kicked me out when he wasn't content. I wasn't his son, so it clearly made me know no longer welcome home, so I guess I had to go. And this left me broken inside, separated from my sister, a part of me died.
Bonded by our blood, repair and restore as one again. Precious like the days we play. Never will we be torn apart again. Never know. It's never too late to recover our love and show you the way. Show you the way. Oh, it's never too late to recover our love and show you the way. Show you the way. It's never too late to recover our love and show you the way. Show you the way. It's never too late to recover our love and show you the way. Show you the way.
Truth is, I've come to understand that even though we can't change the past, we can affect the future by the way we conduct ourselves in this very present moment.
Epicentro Urbano.
Bienvenidos a la buena vida.
Música, arte, actualidad, entrevistas, cultura. Epicentro Urbano. Aquí empieza el movimiento.
¡Azúcar! ¡Viva Latinoamérica!